Hi! I made this little leaf-looking pouch for Renfaire this year, so I'm going to show you how I made it. I had seen a couple different pouches like this on Pinterest, and I thought they were so cute and really wanted to make one for Renfaire, and I had this piece of fake leather that I got last year on Temu, so I thought it was perfect. I could just try to make it. I was just going to wing it and try to cut out like the pattern myself, but I did find this picture of the pattern on Pinterest, so I just printed that out and figured out how big it needed to be. That was the same size as my circle, which ended up being 8 inches, which is how big I could make it with the piece of leather I had. But once I cut the pattern out, I just traced on the back side of the leather because you're not going to see that part anyway. And then once I had the pattern drawn on there, I just cut it out with scissors. Which I totally forgot that I did it this way because I've already made a second bigger one while I'm doing this voiceover, and for that one I just took the pattern and put it over the circle and then used a rotary cutter and like just cut along the pattern. But I do think that maybe tracing it first is a little easier. But anyway, once you have it cut out, no, I didn't cut it out perfect, so just ignore that. But you're gonna cut out 2 more circles that are about 8 inches too, because you do want the leaves to hang over a little bit, and then once you sew these 2 pieces together, it's gonna be a little smaller than 8 inches. But I'm using this like almost suede fabric and then this green cotton. But you want to put the front facing sides together and then sew all around it. And that means like the sides you want on the outside, they're gonna be on the inside for a minute. So it's gonna be inside out. And then you want to leave a little gap so you can make it right side out again, like that. And then once you get it all out, again, I did take an iron over the edges just to flatten it out as much as I could. And then you take the little gap and push those pieces back inside and clip it together. And then you're gonna make a top stitch around the whole circle again, so that will get closed up and then it will be nice and flat and sewn together. And then I completely forgot I did this on this one too. I took the pattern again and then pushed it down just a little bit on each leaf and then traced it with a toothpick on the leather. Because once you sew this down, you don't want to sew it to the very top of the leaf, you want it to be a little lower. So I did that to like mark where I needed to stop the sewing. On the one I just did, I just kind of eyeballed it, but I would recommend tracing it out. It was a lot easier to do it that way. And it's sewn on, and it's not perfect, guys. It's not perfect, but that is okay. This was just a test run, but it's still gonna be mine. I'm still gonna love it, and it doesn't have to be perfect. It's fine. But I clipped it together to see what it looked like once it was closed, and then I am making the little strap thing for it to like hang off belt or wherever you want to put it on. I just took a piece of the leather, cut out a small strap. I made it look like that so it would be prettier, I guess. And then I added stitching on the sides because I thought it might be more aesthetic with stitching on the sides. It's not that it's that aesthetic anyway because I didn't do a great job, but it's fine. I stitched that down first. I wasn't sure what I was doing here. I was just winging it, doing my best. It wasn't perfect, but it works. It's fine. But now it's time to make the holes for the grommets. So I got the hole punch. I'm using a 1/4 inch grommets. That's what I have, and that's what I use for most everything I've used grommets for. But yeah, the kits I buy come with the little hole punch and the little tool to help put the grommets in. But yeah, I just kind of eyeballed where the holes needed to go. You can look at like the pattern thing again, I guess. But once all your holes are out, you add the grommets, which you put the biggest side of the grommet down first on the little bottom tool, and then you put the fabric on, and then you put the little smaller ring on, and then you put the top tool on, and then you hammer the tool down, and then it attaches the grommet. But yeah, you're gonna have 2 holes on each side. You want it kind of close to the leaf and a little close to the top, because once you add the string through, which I'm doing here, I found this like leather string I had. It's really the only thing I had at the moment, but I would not recommend using a leather string like this with the frayed back because it just like kind of tore it up and got everywhere. So I did get different string. This was just more of a to like test it out. But here is pulling the strings, which is so satisfying to see it close up, and it's a little leaf pouch. And then I showed it earlier, but I was talking about something else, I guess. But I added the little brass key ring on the little loop we made there, and then the little clip thing. It was like a kit on Amazon. It came with the key rings, the little clips, and I also got these on Amazon. I still can't remember what they're called. Tie stoppers or something? I don't know. But I tried out this big one on it, and I thought it was a little big, so I ended up using a smaller one, and then I got new string for it. I found this at Hobby Lobby, and there is the finished leaf pouch. I took 2 little gold beads and then tied off the ends like that, so when you open it up, it has a stopper there. And then I used that little rope stopper, whatever the heck it's called, and it fits in there really nicely. And it's kind of hidden when it's closed. But yeah, you can just open up the pouch, put stuff in it, or I made the strings long enough so you can open it all the way up. So instead of like dumping everything out of your bag, you can open it up and see everything in it. But yeah, I love how this turned out. And again, it's not perfect. It was just kind of my test run. And I did want to make a bigger one, which I've already done now. I had to order some bigger piece of leather so I could make a bigger one. And I did something a little special inside the bigger one, which I will show you in its own video, but I'm excited about it. And really excited to try these out at Renfaire this year. Okay, bye!